The school has unique strengths in quantitative analytics and entrepreneurial business management. In particular, the school takes a multidisciplinary approach to addressing some of the biggest challenges of the world by drawing across different disciplines, whether it's engineering, whether it's mathematics, and so on and so forth. So, for example, our ComSo Center is a world-class center, genuinely world-class, consistently ranked in the top 10 nationally and top 50 internationally year after year. And that center, for example, draws on mathematics, health sciences, engineering, and other social sciences as economics in terms of applying some of the management science techniques in addressing some of the problems that we face, whether it's in healthcare or whether it's in manufacturing or whether it's in construction. The center is known for that, and that reflects the broader research in the school. My research focuses on what role can multinational corporations operating around the world, particularly, not only, but particularly in the developing world, can address some of the challenges of health, of environment, of housing. I personally, but this broadly the center, have pursued projects in, say, South Africa, for example, where we have looked at how companies can address the HIV/AIDS challenge, which has reduced life expectancy in South Africa to roughly about 40 years. I mean, much of sub-Saharan Africa, for example, life expectancy is about 50 years, 50 to 60 years. And so over the past, say, 10 years, we have looked at how corporations can address that and what benefits can corporations gain from addressing that, while at the same time maximizing the value of not just for shareholders, but also for stakeholders. I draw on my research in a number of ways. One is the modules that I teach, the courses that I teach, are primarily driven by what my research is about. So, for example, I have a module on corporate governance, which draws on the theories, the evidence of the research that I have done personally, but also the broader international literature is then delivered to students. But also the day-to-day delivery of modules in the classroom, the interactions are all driven by insights from the research in terms of our theoretical basis, but also our empirical evidence. A very welcoming environment. We have a very green environment. We have some of the world-class facilities. The university has been investing heavily in the business school. For example, the university has invested over £70 million in infrastructure across the university. For example, the Building 100, which is used primarily by the business school, has some of the world-class facilities, Harbour-style lecture theatres, breakout rooms, and all of that enhances the student experience and the research expertise that we have within the school. Talent in terms of staff, but also talent in terms of students. So we have, Professor Yehuda Barak, for example, who has been consistently rated in the top 100 in terms of the best researchers in Europe. The importance of this is that it provides an ideal environment for students to engage in meaningful learning.